I'm here with Steve from Boxwood Guitars at the Headstock Festival, San Diego's first guitar festival, and it's so cool. But we wanted to find out a little bit about your guitars and what the inspiration was for the design. And
yeah, well, I'll try not to use up all your battery because I could go on for days like luthiers do, right?
Yeah.
But I was sort of inspired by the cigar box guitar world. If you're not familiar with them, they're, gas cans and, found objects and all that stuff. And I love the aesthetic of them and I love the vibe of it, but I didn't like the way they sound acoustically.
Right.
I mean, they're mostly electric and pickups and stuff. So I kind of decided, or set out to capture that vibe, but make them sound good acoustically. And that one thing led to another, and now I'm like 120 guitars into square guitars.
wow.
Yeah, so all the wood is either salvaged or reclaimed.
Very cool.
And I use a lot of parts from the secondary market, like some of the major manufacturers. Discard things with aesthetic flaws or small knot holes. I snatch that stuff up and polish it up and use it, and that's part of the aesthetic for me, is just to make them rough and ready and make them sound as good as they can.
So what's your fanciest Boxwood guitar that you have here?
Fanciest Boxwood guitar might be, is it this one? Yeah. So this one is a baritone, but this is Sinker mahogany. I don't know if you know the story of Sinker mahogany. It was logged in what is now Belize, like a few hundred years ago by the British, before it was Belize. And they'd cut the logs, they'd roll them into the river to get them down to the sawmill. As much as a third of the logs would sink to the bottom. So this wood sat at the bottom of a river in Belize for 150 years till somebody came along and reclaimed it. And there's something magic. I wasn't a big believer until I used it for the first time. But Sinker mahogany has all that you love about mahogany. It has those highs and that crispness, but it's got a little bit of that sort of rosewood warmth to it as well.
Yeah.
Whether it's just because it's old growth wood or because it soaked up minerals in the river, I don't really know. But so this is, I don't know if it's my fanciest, but this is my favorite. I like the natural knot side sound port. Yeah.
Well, Steve, it's really great meeting you today.
Yeah, pleasure.
And thanks for telling us about your guitars.
Yeah, thanks for stopping by
design.
and letting me talk about my weird guitars.
Yeah, no, there you have it.